In this video, we're going to talk about applications of quadratic equations and functions. So, the height in feet of a ball thrown upwards can be modeled by the equation after t seconds. How many seconds will it take for the ball to reach a height of 24 feet? Round the answer to 2 decimal places. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this. Now, in this case, they're telling me we care about the height being 24. So substitute that in. Subtract the 24. Now, I'm going to use the quadratic formula. So let's write what A, B, and C are. And now I want to write out the quadratic formula. Now I want to substitute in for A, B, and C. So now simplify. Okay, so now I need to check to see how many of these solutions would actually make sense. Because remember, we're dealing with time. My answer should be positive. So let's separate the two possible solutions now. So now I'm going to put both of these into a calculator, and I'm going to round each particular part to 2 decimal places. If you notice, both of the times are positive, so we have 2 solutions at work here. So I'm going to write a sentence underneath to summarize. The height of the ball will be 24 feet after 39 hundredths of a second, and again after 2 and 4300 seconds. Okay, one other example I want to take a look at. A company knows that the cost in thousands of dollars to produce X items is given by the cost function. It also knows that the revenue in thousands of dollars from selling X items is given by the revenue function. How many items does the company need to break even? Now, what does it mean to break even? That means your cost is the same thing as the revenue. So let's write. So again, I want this equation set equal to 0, so I'm going to subtract the 3 8/8500ths x. So again, I'm going to use a quadratic formula for this. So we know that A is equal to, B is equal to, and C is equal to. So let's write out the quadratic formula now. Now I'm going to replace the values for A, B, and C. Okay, so let's simplify. So right now, we have this. So again, we want to check to see how many solutions we have. So I'm going to separate these to see which of these values are positive. Notice here I only have one solution that is positive because I don't want to have it doesn't make sense to have negative items. So I'm going to write a sentence underneath to summarize what we just determined here. So the company will need to produce 8 items in order to break even.